Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Living Legend in the 5-minute pool. And I'm going to play a6 on move 2 against his closed Sicilian attempt. This guy's pretty good rating, 23-20. I think I can almost go for like a double fianchetto type of thing here. So let's do that. D6 seems normal. Looks like he's going to try to throw his f-pawn at me. Let's go knight c6. I'm not moving this knight yet. Unusual to see knight h3 in this type of position. Just used to seeing the knight on f3 instead. So he does play f5. Okay, I'll go knight d4. I'm slightly worried about f7. Like if he plays knight g5 now, there's some pressure here. And he'd be threatening to take on g6. Played knight e2. I think I'll probably just take and then play knight f6. Try to cover the f-file. Ooh, but he can play e5. He might have been able to play e5 there. We'll go queen c7 to cover that. I'll have knight h5. Oh, he has bishop f3, though. Maybe he should have gone to d7. I think I'll be castling queenside now. Unless I can somehow like finagle a castling kingside. This is not good. Okay, let's just castle long. Gotta keep the tempo up. At least now I think he's less likely to try to go win my h5 pawn, because his light square bishop is valuable. He doesn't want to just trade it off. Okay, let's just hide our king. He might just come at me on the queen side. How about d5? Does d5 give us counterplay? Maybe. Might lead to some problems too, though. How about h6? h6 might be better. I'd like to trade the dark square bishops if I could. I didn't react well to this opening setup. It was definitely unusual for him. So if I take g5, he's going to take with the knight. This is his plan. Can't take f5 because my knight hangs. If I take here, he takes, I play queen somewhere. I don't think I'm gaining anything from doing that. This is weird. Not weird good, weird bad. It's just like I have a really sketchy position. Okay, I'm just going to take. I guess try to do that. Problem is he can just play like rook f d1. Real simple. If he goes d5, then I can play bishop d4. I wouldn't mind that happening. I wonder if he's considering something sharper like f6 or e5. Those also come to mind. Alright, this I am okay with. This is what I wanted all along. Exchange the dark square bishops. Yeah, this is a positive development.
Check.
Okay, because now I can take here. And he can't recapture because of knight g3 mate. So let's keep the pressure on this diagonal. Not let his king get into g1. Okay, let's take. Takes with the queen. Bishop c8 maybe. Or g4. Let's go g4. This is a complete 180 from the position we had just a moment ago. Open lines on the queen side. I love it. Queen f2 is probably a good move. I see I can win the exchange, though. So I think I'll just do that. Yeah.
Check.
I can do this and then take on then go to e2 and take
Check.
his rook. And then if I take on h2, he takes on g4. I can play maybe rook c8 first. Let's go rook c8 first. Try to wrest control of the
Check.
c-file. Then take with the bishop to guard this pawn. Winning endgame. This endgame I'm not going to run out on time on, like the first game I posted today. I will make it a point not to do that. This also happens to be a lot easier of an endgame compared to last time.
Check.
Let's just bring this down. Oh, let's just take.
Check.
Go after some pawns. He resigned. Okay, so as I was saying, I didn't like my position out of the opening. I played a6. This is a move order that could allow me to get into a con if I want. Like if he plays knight f3, I can play e6. Sometimes people will play knight c3 first as a transpositional device. Try to trick you and then play knight c3 and then d4, getting back into a open Sicilian. It's not uncommon. So a6. This line is actually directed against g3 if he plays it on this move, because then b5, bishop g2 allows me to post my bishop on b7 as a counterweight to his bishop. Because if black chooses e6 instead, very common move, then g3, and it's harder for me to get my bishop on the long diagonal. So that's why I played a6. Did this. Maybe this double fianchetto isn't so good in this position. In retrospect, I think I should have just played e6 and proceeded from there. Put the bishop on e7. Because now he gets f4 in, and e6 would be a natural move for me, but f5 is coming very quickly for him. And I don't really want to take and open up my position further when my king is in the center. And if I play knight e7, I run into f6. Not good. So, I don't know. I think I'm still doing okay here, but it seems like white got f4, f5 in faster than they should in this position. And the knight coming into g5 is concerning. I thought he would do that on this move. But he just played knight e2, getting rid of my knight.
Check.
Makes sense. Now here, I was wondering if he had e5. Like right after I played knight f6, I kind of face-palmed. Because e5 would be a move to take advantage of my undefended bishop. So I would have to take here, and then he could take here. And then, regardless of which piece I take, let's say on here, he has this move. Threatening my rook and threatening to get another queen. And after like rook g8 and, I don't know, let's say king takes, or queen takes, let's say queen takes to defend f5. He's probably better. I can take on g7. Yeah, material-wise it's equal, but he's much better developed. My king safety is not. Yeah, he must be better here. So I think he missed e5. And after, yeah, take. I can't ever really bail out and capture because he's just going to be up a piece in that case. So, let's see. Just check with the engine. e5. Bishop takes g2. Take on f6, yep. So I should take here instead. Okay. So at least this way, I I don't leave him with 2 minor pieces. Still, it looks like he has an initiative. We're in an opposite colored bishop position, but he has an initiative still. So missed opportunity for him. He played g4. Queen c7. Yeah, I should have gone to knight d7, I think. The knight is not very well placed on h5. I was trying to stop his knight from coming into f4, so I could just trade it in that case if he ever did that. It's pretty unusual to be castling long in a closed Sicilian for black. I don't want to generalize, but usually that's an indication that something is not going right. Computer really hates h6. Probably because I can't ever really take here without allowing him to take with tempo on my f7 pawn. So it's suggesting more normal counterplay in the center. Just playing for d5. Likes taking on h6 for him. Also likes the move he played. So I thought for a while and then did this. And I think d5 is a pretty bad move here. This gives me a lot of counterplay. If he had just defended his d-pawn, like I was thinking rook f d1, it's hard for me to generate counterplay. Queen d2 also looks good. So I feel like my minor pieces are out of play, and I can't improve their prospects easily. I want to trade dark square bishops if I could, but I can't do that. This light square bishop is just kind of holding the fort on the queen side, and my knight has nowhere to go. And he has more space. So that's why he has a decisive advantage according to the comp now. But it's a whole new ballgame after bishop d4. This one move allows me to free my position. And now he should play queen f2. Yeah, and go for the queen trade. And he still has a moderate advantage in this endgame. Not nearly as big as it was, but something to play for. Instead he went here, and now I take. And his big problem is knight takes just results in this nice checkmate. So now my pieces get to spring to life. He went here. I dropped my queen back. Looks like queen e5 also was good. Okay, keep the queen centralized. I just wanted to keep an eye on this diagonal. Here, I took on f5. Seems good. g4 also seems good. Okay, yeah, now I just went for a straightforward line. Oh, king a7 is also a good move. For a similar reason. After this and knight f2, I have check and check. The line I was wondering about is if he took on g4, I was going to play rook dg8. And then if he went somewhere, like let's say here, or queen f3 might be better. I think I was going to play bishop c8. And try to, like now I have some ideas like knight g3 check, and when he takes with the pawn, take on h3. Also I'm threatening bishop g4. So this, just at a glance, seemed really, really good for me. I mean, all my pieces are participating in the initiative now. So instead he allowed me to simplify. g4, queen f2, take.
Check.
Yeah, and just go after that rook. Rook c8. Check. Nothing he can do to save this.
Check.
So, hope you guys enjoyed that game. And please feel free to leave me any feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.